Hey, what's going on, Internet? Josh back with another episode of Sometimes I Say Things. We're going to buckle up because safety is first. Safety first. Not sure what I was doing there, but anyways, let's get this vlog on the road. You ready for a ride along? Alright, YouTube, so just want to start this off by saying it has been a minute since we've had our daily vlogs. The reason for that, I've been without a car. We've had some car trouble. We have had some great family that's helped get us from point A to point B, whether it's my job or church or whatever it may be. My parents, my in-laws, they've been great. They've helped us out. We got the car back. It is good to go. New radiator, new thermostat. We hopefully won't have any problems anytime soon. Hopefully, God willing. But that's the reason there's not been any vlogs. This is a ride along. You're with me in the car, both through the video, the magic of the inner tubes, and also in your mind. You know, we're riding along in thought. May not be the same tracks, but we're going that way. So without further ado, we are going to get into this episode. This episode is actually a user submitted episode, requested episode, I should say. User requested from a guy. I'm not sure I know him. He wrote me, and his name's Joey. Just playing. Joey, my homeboy. Love you, bro. This is actually an idea that Joey had gave me. He's a great friend of mine, close buddy. I love you, man. If you ever make it big, don't forget me. Joey is he's given me the idea of, like I said before, we're gonna do different things each video. I wanted to do some top 5 lists, maybe top 10s, depending on the time frame and the topic. Maybe some different topics involved as well, not just top 10s or top 5s, but other things. We're going to keep the show various variety of topics. Variety is a great word to use there. We're going to keep a variety of topics on hand because I don't want it to be just one thing, and I want it to be you guys as well. I want it to be something that you are helping me with, topic wise. So if you want to hear something that you want to go over, you want me to look into, research, I'll be more than happy to research a topic to help out, to figure out something to talk about for you guys. But getting off topic of the original topic, we're going to get back on to the right topic. Get off of this one. So what we're going to talk about today is a user requested topic of my top 5 favorite TV shows. When I came across this one, I did think, what are we talking about? Are we talking just like cable television, like your local TV channels? Are we talking like Netflix? Are we talking specials that are on YouTube? Netflix originals, Amazon originals? Like, what are we looking at when we say TV shows? My list consisted of much more than 5 when I tried to narrow it down. I think I came up with a good top 5, and this stuff's amazing, by the way. I didn't actually go by any formula, so my list is kind of all over the place. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the top 5 of my favorite TV shows. Please, if you have any suggestions for a countdown, a top 10 list, a different topic, leave them in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and make a video for you in the future, hopefully the near future. So let's go ahead and get into the top 5 list. We're going to count our way down. So at number 5, coming in at the bottom of the list, we are talking about Z Nation. Z Nation is a zombie show, as the Z stands for. Not sure why I needed to mime a Z, but you get the point. It's a sci-fi show. Z Nation, we're going to say, is the Sci-Fi Channel's version of The Walking Dead. It's a lot more comical. It is just as serious, though, when it comes to the storyline. The storyline's great. At first, when I started watching it, I really didn't care for it. I thought, I'm not going to be able to get into this because I was a fan of The Walking Dead. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to really watch this and not compare it, because it's going to be a little bit more cheesy, because let's face it, it's a sci-fi show made specifically for them, and their shows are typically more cheesy. I watched it, first couple episodes. They were into season 2 when I started, and I loved it. And so I just like powered through the first like season, and then got caught up where they were in the second season. When when I finally got caught up, it was like halfway through the second season. So that show's amazing. It's like I said, it's comical, but it's serious. It is about apocalypse, zombies, so it is kind of bloody from time to time. Overall, it's a good show. I would, if you're into zombie shows and you can get past the thought of, I don't want this to be like The Walking Dead, because it's not going to be. They do make jokes and references to The Walking Dead, though. They talk about a redneck with a crossbow from time to time and different things like that. Just kind of poking fun, making jokes, letting people know they're not serious about what they're doing. Like, it's not that serious of a thing. But it's fun. It's lighthearted, and it's a good show. So that's number 5. Now we're going to move on to number 4. Number 4 on my list is a relatively new show. It's a movie. It's based on a movie that's been around for a long time, but the show is new. It's actually still in their first season. Me and my wife watch this show every single week. Lethal Weapon is what we're talking about here. Number 4 is Lethal Weapon. Now, Lethal Weapon is going to be one of those shows that it veers a little bit from the original movie, but the characters are the same. So you've got Martin Riggs, and you've got his name just left me. Yeah, the 2 main characters, right? So Riggs and Murtaugh. Roger Murtaugh. Now, those 2 guys are not the same characters, of course. Those guys are getting a little bit too old to play in movies or TV shows like this, this type. But the people they got are great. There's a guy named Clayne Crawford, and he plays Riggs, and then you've got Damon Wayans, he plays Murtaugh. So they do an excellent job. It's comical, just like the movie was, action-packed, just like the movies were, but it's a whole lot more of a storyline. It's great, wonderful show. Definitely recommend that one too. Like I said, me and my wife, we don't watch a lot of shows together. We watch certain ones, but that one is one that we definitely watch together every week. That's number 4. So next we're going to move down to number 3 on the list. Number 3 on my list is going to be a favorite of mine for the past 2 or 3 years. Doctor Who is number 3. Doctor Who is a show that I wasn't into until I got working at my current job. My current job, I met a friend there, awesome guy, love him to death. His name's Joel. Joel turned me on to Doctor Who. He actually, showed me some things. He's like, here, you got to start with this episode. And so I started watching Doctor Who. I love it. It's a science fiction show. It's all about time travel, about a Time Lord who goes through space and time and all this stuff. It's amazing. If you get into it, you got to know where to start, and you got to know, when to walk away from the binging, because there's a lot of episodes and they're great. Some better than others, but it's a wonderful show. I recommend that show to anyone who's into sci-fi and hasn't seen it. You'd be hard pressed to find someone who hasn't at least heard of Doctor Who. But if you haven't watched it, you've just heard of it, and you don't know what it is, you don't think you like it, which is the camp I was in, until I watched it, and then I was like, I'm getting out of this camp, I'm going to that camp. They call themselves Whovians. Doctor Who's amazing. I love it. Next on the list, though, we're almost done with the countdown. We're down to number 2. And number 2 is going to be a show that is no longer on TV for the moment. Got fingers crossed they're going to be coming back. Psych. Psych was a fake psychic detective show that went for like 8 seasons. and it was great. Psych was awesome. The main characters were funny. They were goofy. It had action in it. It had seriousness. It also had a whole lot of comedy and a lot of moments where if you were drinking a drink, there's a good possibility that you would do a spit take because of how funny it can get. Now, with that being said, like I said, they did 8 seasons and then they called it done. But the thing about that is, me and my wife, this is another show. Like I said, we don't watch every show together. This is one that we watch together. And so we have all the seasons on DVD. We actually go through and we'll put in a disc from time to time and watch it just because it's lighthearted. It can always lift you up when, if you're having a bad day, but it's a great show. But the thing about it, like I was going to say, was we actually found online recently that the main stars are talking about a reunion, like a season 9. We don't know yet. They haven't talked a lot about it. If that means they're going to do kind of the way of, what was it, like Full House? Full House, where they did the Netflix seasons, like 2 more seasons, and then I don't know if they're going to continue that or whatever, but basically they were picked up by Netflix to continue a show. So we don't know if that's going to be the case, or if it's going to be, like a continuation on the same thing, or if it's going to be like a closer, like a show that people don't feel like there was a good enough ending to, and so they're going to kind of end it in one final season of season 9. So we don't know if that's what it is or not yet. It's still a lot of rumors going on, but the main actors have said, yes, it is happening. Just, that's all the details they've given. Super excited for that one. I can't wait to hear more information on when it's coming or how it's going to be, brought back. I love it. That's a great show. Now, with all that said, we went through the top 4. Again, we went from Z Nation, Lethal Weapon, Doctor Who, Psych, and for the number 1 spot on my list, a show that's near and dear to my heart. We started the top 5 off with the zombie show. We're going to end the top 5 with the zombie show, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is the best show I've ever seen. I love it. And this is one I do not watch with my wife because she is not a fan. Just from hearing the show in the other room, it actually caused her to have nightmares. And I'm not about that. I don't want to cause my wife to have that kind of night, and that's not cool. So I always make sure she doesn't hear when it's on. So if you've been under a rock for the past how many years the show's been on the air, we're in the 7th season. So if you have been living under a rock, it's a zombie apocalypse show. A lot more serious, a lot more gritty than Z Nation. But nonetheless, just as amazing, if not more than Z Nation. There's been a lot of things happen on the show over the years, and fans have been happy, fans have been sad, fans have gotten mad. This season, I think they've done some things that have caused some people some heartache, but it's part of the show. You can't continue a show without certain people getting taken off of the show one way or another. So that's my top 5 list. Again, like I said, if you have a suggestion for an episode that you want me to do, please drop it down in the comments below. If you like the video, if you like what I'm doing, even if you don't necessarily like this video, please give the video a share. Someone else may like it. I want to continue doing it. If you don't like this video, let me know in the comments. Tell me. If you want different lists, if you want different types of top 10s, tell me. Top 5s, tell me. I am here to talk about anything and everything. Sometimes I say things, it's going to be a vlog where I'm just going to talk and I'm going to ramble. And if you guys have a topic and you have something you want me to talk about, then I'm all for it. Let me know. Comment down below anything you got to say about the video, likes, dislikes. Please, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Send me friend request. That has nothing to do with anything. subscribe to the video, or subscribe to my channel, share my video, do all that good stuff, please. I would highly appreciate it. And to end off, we're going to go ahead and say I love you guys. God loves you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep living your life. And most importantly, live for Christ and do what He wants you to do. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.